Hello students, happy morning. 12th standard physics, unit 4, electromagnetic induction and alternating current. Here in this video, let me see what is self-induction. Okay, before going to this, we need some basics. What is meant by inductor? Okay, we know inductor is a device used to store energy in a magnetic field when electric current flow through it. Okay, here it is an inductor. If suppose I apply a current in this inductor, then it produces a magnetic field. In that magnetic field, it store magnetic potential energy. Okay, that is known as inductor. Example for the inductors are coil, solenoid, and toroid. These things we seen in our third lesson. Okay, there is a property for this solenoid or the inductor that is known as inductance. Here, inductance is a property of the inductor to generate EMF due to the change in current flowing through the circuit. Okay, if suppose the current flowing through the circuit changes, it produces induced EMF in the same coil. That is known as self-inductance. Okay. Then next, if suppose I have a one more coil neighboring with this. Okay, it is a one coil. I apply current, then one more coil is there, it is connected with a galvanometer. If suppose I apply a current in this coil, it produces EMF in the neighboring coil. For this condition, it is known as mutual induction. Okay, first of all, let me see the self-induction. For self-induction, we need only one coil. Okay, let me start. Self-induction. Here I consider a coil having n number of turns. It is connected with a battery, then key, then next a rheostat. Okay. After this connection, I is a current flowing in the coil. Okay. Due to this current, it produces magnetic field around it. Okay. Therefore, the magnetic flux of the magnetic field is linked with it coil itself. Okay, it produces a magnetic flux. If suppose the flux in the coil changes, it produces an EMF in the same coil. How the flux changes means, if suppose I change the current in the coil, then the flux changes. Due to the change in flux, it produces an EMF, that is induced EMF. Okay, if current flowing through the coil, flowing in the coil changes, then flux also changes. Due to this, EMF is developed. EMF is produced. According to Lenz's law, this induced EMF opposes the cause. Here the cause is change in flux. The flux changes due to the flow of current. Okay, here this EMF opposes this current. This we'll see later. Okay, for this this phenomenon is known as self-induction. The phenomenon of producing EMF due to the change in current in the same coil is known as self-induction. Okay, then that EMF is known as self-induced EMF. Okay, then next, if suppose here phi b is a magnetic flux linked with each turn. Okay, here phi b is a magnetic flux. Flux linked with each turn. Then we know n phi b. Okay, n phi b is a total flux linkage. Okay, this is a total flux linkage. We know this flux linkage is directly proportional to current. Due to this current only, it produces a flux linkage. Okay, we can write this one as n phi b is proportional to I. Okay, here the proportionality constant can be written as n phi b is equal to Li. Here L is known as self-inductance or coefficient of self-induction. Self-inductance, TNC, okay, or coefficient of self-induction. Okay, if suppose I apply a current I is equal to 1 ampere, then we can write L is equal to N phi B. We can state this one as self-induction of the coil is defined as a N phi B is nothing but a flux linkage with the coil when 1 ampere current flow through it. Okay, we can easily state the coefficient of self-induction. Okay, coefficient of self-induction is defined as a flux linkage with the coil when 1 ampere current flow through it. Okay, this is an easy one. Then here, if suppose I changes with the time, then it will produce a EMF. Then I recall the Faraday's law, that is psi is equal to minus d n phi b by dt. Okay, we know n phi b is a flux linkage that is equal to Li. So we can rewrite this one as minus d Li by dt. Here L is a proportionality constant, then taking out of the differential, then psi is equal to minus L di by dt. Okay, then we can write this one as L is equal to minus psi by di by dt. Okay, here this minus sign represent the self-induced EMF always oppose the change in current. I already told about this. Okay, if suppose the change in current di by dt is taken as 1 ampere per second, so we can write L is equal to minus psi. Now we can define the self-inductance as self-inductance is equal to an opposing EMF when the rate of change of current through the coil is unity, that means 1 ampere per second. Okay, if the rate of change of current through the coil is 1 ampere per second, then the self-inductance is equal to opposing EMF. Okay, then let me see the unit of inductance. Inductance is a scalar quantity. Okay, scalar quantity. Then it have the unit as Weber ampere power minus 1 or volt second ampere power minus 1. No need to bugger this. Okay, this relation is coming from the relation we know n phi b is equal to Li. Okay, you know very well. Then we need the value of formula for L. Then L is equal to n phi b by I. Okay, phi b is a flux. Okay, then flux can be written as number of turns, no unit. Unit of flux is Weber, unit of current is ampere. Then we can write as Weber ampere power minus 1. Okay, for this unit we can use the formula, that is L is equal to minus psi by di by dt. Psi is a EMF, the unit of EMF is volt. Okay, then unit of current is ampere, unit of time is second. Solving this we get volt second ampere power minus 1. Okay, we can write a general unit as 1 Henry is equal to 1 Weber ampere power minus 1, that is equal to 1 volt second ampere power minus 1. Okay, here I will define a dimensional formula for inductance. Okay, it is an important one. Dimensional formula for inductance. Okay, for this we need this relation. Okay, L is equal to minus psi by di by dt. Okay, here we need L. We can write psi. Psi is a potential. We can write this one as E into L, electric field into length. Okay, then di by dt. We can write electric field is a force experienced by the charge, so we can write it as L is equal to F by charge, okay, into L, then di by dt. Correct. Then the unit of force is, we know, Newton. The unit of length is meter. The unit of charge is coulomb. Okay, it is Q. The unit of charge is coulomb. The unit of current is ampere. The unit of time is second. Okay, here coulomb by second gives ampere. Then L is equal to Newton meter by ampere square. Okay, write in dimensional form. Newton can be written as okay, first of all I write in unit. Newton can be written as kg m s power minus 2, that is meter m, here ampere square. Okay, then in dimensional form, then L is equal to kg, that is m, meter square, then it is L square, second square, that is second power minus, that is t power minus 2, divided by a square. Solving this we get m L square t power minus 2 a power minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for inductance. Okay, if suppose current I is equal to 1 ampere and n phi b, flux linkage, is equal to 1 Weber turns. Okay, then we can write L is equal to 1 Henry, because we know the relation n phi b is equal to Li. Substituting this we get L is equal to 1 Henry. Okay, we can state inductance as, inductance of the coil is said to be 1 Henry if 1 ampere current produce unit flux linkage. Okay, inductance of the coil is said to be 1 Henry if 1 ampere current produce a flux linkage of 1 Weber. Okay, if suppose if di by dt, rate of change of current with respect to time, is 1 ampere per second and EMF is equal to minus 1 volt. Okay, then we can write L is equal to 1 Henry. Here we are using the formula, that is L is equal to minus I by di by dt. For this case, the inductance of the coil is 1 Henry if a current changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second and an opposing EMF of 1 volt. Okay, this is known as, this is a definition for 1 Henry. Okay,